3, 2, 1, 0.
What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe on the YouTube, subscribe on all the audio platforms. We're on all of them, baby. I'm out here coming to you live from Momdonistan. Post-blizzard, storm of the century, no survivors. It's hell on earth out here. It's the Hateful Eight. We're snowed in. We're freaking out. No, it's totally fine. It snowed for a day, hard, but it was so overhyped, so overblown. I mean, it's snowy, but it's not like, it's not the fucking apocalypse like everyone said it would be. Blizzard. First blizzard I've been in a long time. Turns out a blizzard, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, fuck, you're blizzard. And you're like, oh my God, we're all going to die. Like, what are we going to do? And it's like, no, here are the rules for a blizzard. Sustained winds of over 35 miles an hour, whiteout conditions, visibility has to be, you can only see up to a quarter mile. So if visibility goes beyond that, you're fine. It doesn't even necessarily mean snowfall. It could be just snow on the ground getting blown around. So it's all bullshit. It's all overhyped. Sorry, there's just like random teens around, and I'm just waiting for one of them to be like, hey man, you do YouTube? There's a kid screaming. He was repping some sort of affiliation, I'm sure. He was like, on DDG, man, we don't play that shit. And then 30 seconds later, it's happened just now, 30 seconds later, he was singing Papa Roach. No bullshit. He's going, on DDG, man, on my word of my mama, cut my life into pieces. It's pretty awesome, dude. But I wanted to film this during the blizzard, but it was just too windy. The audio wouldn't have worked. So I postponed till today, Tuesday, February something, whatever the hell. It's like 4:37 p.m. And let me tell you, I love a good snowstorm, dude. If you haven't had the pleasure of getting caught in a snowstorm, you're missing out, man. You know how when like you wake up and it's raining outside and you're like, holy fuck, I don't have to do anything. Imagine that times 50, dude. We got notifications on every phone in New York City all blew up at the same time. No cars allowed on the street except for non-essential personnel. And you just felt the collective sigh of relief as the entire city was like, I'm not doing shit tomorrow, dude. It's fucking awesome. So it's like, what are you going to do, man? You're going to hang out. You're going to cook some delicious foods. You're going to watch some movies. It's going to be awesome. What did I cook? I'll tell you what I cooked. Biscuits and gravy, dude. Because when you're snowed in, you want to treat it like you're in a cabin, right? You want to cozy up by a fire. You want to trap some rabbits. You want to fight a bear. No, you want to make real cozy food, right? So I've been caught in a few snowstorms in my life, and this was by far the best, the best I did in terms of preparation. Went to the store, got all the stuff. But I went to the store, I did put an Instacart order in at midnight, the night of the storm. Got everything. Biscuits and gravy, dude. I have perfected my biscuits and gravy recipe to the point where I might open up a truck. And I think brick and mortar might be a little too much, but mobile B&G, dude, just dropping off naps to everybody across the city. Because biscuits and gravy is like on par with barbecue in terms of food that's going to make you absolutely pass out almost immediately. It's like the foods that make you the sleepiest: barbecue, biscuits and gravy, 2 Popeyes chicken sandwiches. There has been times where I've had to wake up for like a flight or, I had to be up earlier than I usually do. And I just straight rip the Popeyes Uber Eats order, fire it up, and then just absolutely nap it out. All right. Somebody just walked by, and there are a few things in life more humiliating than filming yourself. And she was very nice. I was just like, nice setup, which is like, thanks, man. I was ready to put back this all up and go film at the crib, dude. Okay, what was I talking about? Sleepy foods, dude. B&G, dude. You want the recipe? I'll give it to you right now. You want full sausages, the big dogs, okay? You don't want breakfast sausages, and you don't want the the unpackaged, just like slab of sausage. You want the tubes, dude. Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage in the big tube is okay, but the best is like just like sweet or hot Italian sausage. Boom, boom, boom. Remove the casing, whole thing, bang, into the pan, brown that up, get it going, get all that fat cooking in the bottom. Boom, hit it with a little flour. Dust that fucker. Cook that up, pop, 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 pop. And then you get one of the little bangers of half and half. That's the key. You don't want heavy cream. You don't want milk. You want half and half, dude. It's the perfect consistency. Boom, you hit that motherfucker in there in your roux, dude. Then you hit that with all the spices. Check it out. Salt, pepper, fucking Italian seasoning. And the secret ingredient, the newest addition to the ingredients, sage, dude. Sage kicks it to another level. It's unbelievable. So that's fired in. Bang, 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 bang. Now I need to learn how to make my own biscuits. That's a, oh no. Is this wrestling the mic? I bet it is. So I just get a tube of biscuits, whatever, no big deal. Bang those in the oven. Bam, 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 bam. Biscuits, gravy. And then the key, dude, over medium eggs. Okay. Anytime I'm in a diner situation, I'm ordering eggs. I'm asking for over medium. I'm getting over easy. 1 out of 11 times, there's a guy in the back who gives a fuck about eggs and will get you what you need. But at home, you're the master of your own destiny, brother. You let those fuckers sit in that pan 2-3 minutes, flip them, let them hang out, let them get a little fucking firm, dude. And then toss those on, then boom, biscuits on the plate, gravy on top, chunks, big fat chunks of sausage all up in that bitch. And then boom, eggs, little hot sauce, have yourself a nice nap, dude. So it was hyped up as the storm of the century, worst storm in 20 years in New York City. No one's going to survive. We're all going to die. But it was fine. It snowed mostly overnight. Mom Dami, the reason I called it Mom Damistan, I saw a thing on Twitter. Someone was like, this is what Mom Damistan is. And it was some road that hadn't been plowed yet. And it's like, dude, I saw more plows in one night than I've seen all year. This dude was on it. He is not trying to, he's like, Mom Tommy's trying to stay in that fucking office, dude. I'll tell you that much. I fuck with the guy. He seems chill. They offered a program where you could shovel for the city, something like $30 an hour. But what made me laugh about it was you got to have 2 forms of ID. Got that, dude. Passport, ID, New York res after 4.5 years. No big deal. But you also had to present a social security card. I do not have that. Couldn't have done the job. But the funny part about the posting was it was like work up to 12 hours and you can quit at any time. And it's like, dude, that's how all jobs work. What the fuck are you talking about? Every single job on earth you can quit whenever you want. That's how jobs work. You just go, all right, later, bro. Fucking peace. And then you leave. So this is the second major snow New York has gotten this year. The first one, city was completely unprepared. And what made it worse was it was just crazy cold afterwards. So the snow just turned into cement. You're just fucked, right? And now, so cars couldn't get out. Everything was fucked. This time, more plows and the sun's been out and it's been a little warmer. So everything's melting. Like I'm in this park. It's like pretty icy, but other than that, it's chilling. The worst snowstorm I've ever been in was for sure polar vortex in Chicago. That was terrifying. I braved, because I'm a brave man. So I braved the vortex to walk. I mean, dude, upwards of 1.5 to 2 blocks to my homie's crib. It's really harrowing, dude. But it did feel like the Hateful Eight. I'm out there fucking in the wind, fucking battling the elements, And I get to my buddy's place, and he had a cool apartment. It was like 3rd or 4th floor, so it was an attic. It was 3rd floor. 3rd floor, kind of attic-y, So it was like very cozy, full-time beer pong table, very chill, projector, very nice. And we just sat there and just smoked reefer and drank beers and had a good time. And then one of the all-time lines any of my homies have ever laid on me was the door opens up and snow flying in and there's wind, and he looks at us and he goes, man, it's a blizzard out there. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, good thing we got all this acid in here. It's like, yo, whoa, okay. Things took a fucking turn, dude. Because polar vortex was like negative. It had to be negative temps or damn near with the wind. And just like insane, just constant dumping of snow. I mean, feet of snow, dude. It was fucked. But we all eat this acid. And then we just like hang out like dirty little hippies in this attic, man. Just fucking lit candles, and we're smoking and laughing. And it was at a time pre-vape, pre-Zens. So if you wanted a cig, you had to go outside like a pilgrim, like our forefathers. So we'd step out onto the balcony into the worst storm of all time, just going, oh, dude, fucking, the snow's blue. Everything's purple, dude. But we drank up all the booze in the crib, and then they lived above Keenan O'Reilly's, best bar in Chicago, an absolute shithole dive. And we were like, all right, let's go to Kinando's, see if they're open. We walk in, and again, dude, just like the Hateful Eight, man. I hate to keep going back to it, but it's what it was. We walk in, it's one lone bartender, our boy James, leaned up against the bar, facing away to no customers whatsoever, just watching Family Guy on the TVs. There's a guy at the end of the bar, asleep, half a beer left, where it's like, that's a nice bar. You want a bar that people can really treat like a public library. You can take a nap, you can read a book, you can jerk off, things that people do at libraries. And he just turns to us and goes, oh, thank God, and just lines up shots. And then we just drank like cowboys. It was fucking awesome. However, we finish up at Kinando's, we have a great time. We go back upstairs. By this point, the snow has, the way that in Chicago, the back of the buildings they're not like fire escapes. They are fire escapes, but they're made of wood. So they're more like decks. And the decks connect by stairs out the back, right? So these guys were on the 3rd floor, and the way that their decks were, they were right maybe 8 feet to a garage, and the garage had a fence on the side. And the way that the wind had been blowing it, all the snow piled up maybe 4.5 feet. So we, hammered drunken on psychedelics, decide that the best course of action for a time like this is to fucking do our own little Winter X Games, dude. So we grab the shovels, start boom, 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 piling up the snow. We get it to maybe 5.5 feet tall, and then just start sending it off the side. We started on the 2nd floor, and then eventually we went from the top, and that was fucking scary as shit. But what's so fun about it is that when you land in snow, it's not like a gradual, and stick. So you're just watching your buddy like, oh, he's gonna break his leg, he's gonna break his leg, he's gonna break his poof, and then they climb out of the snow, and then you fucking shovel it back up, and their next buddy jumps. Fun, dude. You gotta have fun when the weather's crazy. Why are all these people walking to this park? It's covered in snow. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, this isn't working. There are too many people. I gotta go back inside. Boom! Back inside. Oh my God, that was so fucking embarrassing. There are few things in life that fill me with more shame than filming in public. Holy hell, I have not been that deeply inside of my own skull in quite some time. My God. I was like, dude, this would be great. I'll go to this park. I'm in parts unknown in Queens, deep as hell. It's covered in snow. Who would possibly go through that park? Turns out everyone in the fucking neighborhood. No one gives a shit. These are hardy people. They do not care about weather, dude. Oh, man. And I'm just trying to talk about, drugs and say fun words. And there's just little kids running around, and that's how you wind up on a list. God damn it, dude. I mean, there are a few signs that your neighborhood is going in the wrong directions more than when you got a white dude filming himself in your park. That's when you know the old neighborhood is gone, man. Oh God, how did those streamers like those IRL dudes like the Stable Ronaldo, the Speed is a different entity, but like the people who just like stream in public, the lack of shame is they gotta have that Alex Honnold thing, the guy who climbed who free soloed up El Capitan, where they scanned his brain and they're like, oh, he doesn't have fear. That you scan their brains, they have no shame. They just don't give a fuck. They'll do it. Oh man, that was so humiliating. I was like, oh, this will be fun. It'll be, I'll be out in the field, I'll be all like panda watch, and, oh man, not worth it. Plus my hair was over the mic. I hope that audio was usable. God damn it, dude. Oh no, sit in the confines of your little zone and make your little videos, dude. Don't go out into the world. It's not safe out there. But yeah, snowstorms. This whole enterprise feels so ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, it gets snowed a lot. That's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, we made a snowman on our fire escape. Adorable. That's about it. Yeah, one of my favorite snow activities I've ever been involved with was we had this we used to do shows at our house. It's called Shithole. We did a bunch of them, and then we would do pop-up shows all around the city or whatever. But every Sunday night in our attic, we'd get like 80 to 90 people, and we'd do these shows. It was very fun. And one year during either the polar there was two. There was a polar vortex, and then there was something else. I think this was polar vortex year, where the snow just never left. We built it wasn't quite a mini ramp, but it was a snow skate ramp, right? So it was like a mini ramp because it was like two quarter pipes that were connected, and then we bowled out the back, so it was like half a bowl, and then we had on one side just like a roll in and then the flat, so you could like roll in and then do tricks on flat. And every Sunday night for like a month, we would just stand back there and watch people get so fucking hurt, dude. Because it wasn't snow anymore. Because once the snow hangs out, it just becomes ice. So it's just hard packed ice. And people who can't skate, can't snowboard, would get 2-3 beers in them and be like, dude, I'm actually pretty sick. And we'd be like, are ya? Go right ahead, dude. Eventually we had to stop letting people because it became a liability. But for a minute there, it was real fun to watch. It's because it's like Bambi on the ice, watching people try and stand on this board and try and roll in and just eat shit, dude. It's a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, but the snows are clear. This was fine. They shout out Mom Dami, got the plows out, whatever. But whenever there's a big event like this, a big weather event or a holiday, it's always fun to pair it with a good film, right? Number one Blizzard movie of all time, The Thing, said that earlier. Hateful Eight's probably in there. I didn't even think about that one. But then you also got your 30 Days of Night, unbelievable. Josh Hartnett, the man. The myth, the legend, really good vampires. I've said it a million times. There's a bunch of them. But I just threw out there that I've never seen The Shining, right? And then the big dog was like, you never seen The Shining? And I was like, yeah, dude. So she's like, we got to fire it up. So we throw on The Shining. And let me tell you something, gang. We got a new runner for quite possibly the most overrated film of all time. The Shining is fucking terrible. This movie is so stupid. I cannot believe. Okay, now when you're talking about something like this, right? A movie from the past, from back in the day, you have to look at it contextually, right? You have to judge it based on the time it came out, what people had seen, how it garnered such a big reaction. Star Wars blew people's minds. They were like, a Western in space? No way! Right? And I get it, because Star Wars is the best. But The Shining has carved its way into the mythic level of cinema, the absolute undisputed classics. And I am so angry at everyone who has suggested that this movie rules, because this movie stinks on ice. Okay, now there are 3 to 4 iconic, unbelievable moments in this movie. Here's Johnny is a staple. I also think that every major moment was completely ruined for me through pop culture and just seeing clips. So I knew what was coming, right? I knew that he was going to be frozen at the end. I know he's going to punch the knife through the door. But that movie is just Jack Nicholson chasing around a lady who's all teeth. Her whole head is teeth and eyes. She looks like a worm. So you're watching this worm lady get chased around this hotel, and it's just not scary. It's not scary. It's not tense. And it's not believable. If you were like, okay, here's the job. You're going to go live inside a massive, beautiful, ornate hotel in the middle of nowhere for 5 months alone. Okay. They give you the whole tour of the facility. They show you everything. You go, great, love it, so sick. First of all, no hot tub. That's a 3-star hotel. What are we talking about? You got no hot tub, dude. They didn't tub once in this movie. Ridiculous. Secondly, they show them their room, and they're in fucking steerage, dude. They're in this tiny little shitbox of a room. If they had shown me that, I would be like, oh yeah, 666, tight. See you guys. Have a nice day. And then the second they left, I would have found the sickest suite in this place, and that's where I would have stayed the whole time. I would have been in the fucking presidential suite with my feet up and my cock out in a robe. These guys didn't do shit. Although I do super relate to Jack Nicholson going, I have to focus on my work, and then you're just not doing anything. It's just tweaking, taking his shit so serious and then accomplishing nothing. It just goes to show like how much media has progressed in terms of what we're willing to show or what you have to show to shock an audience now. Like nothing happens in that movie. There's 2 girls and they're like in a hallway being creepy, and you're like, well, this isn't scary at all. And then it like flashes to them being murdered. It's like, show me the axe murder. If you're gonna murder kids, let's show it. Let's see the stuff. I've seen Predator, man. I've seen a guy get his spine ripped out his back. Show me some shit. You know? I want a shocking movie. Throw on Old Boy. That'll shock you. This thing sucked. It's just slow, which is fine. That's of its time. That's just the way movies were paced back then. That's the way progression works. That's fine. But what bothers me is that they're trying to build tension, and it's all through music. So it's just like people having a normal day, but then like spooky music underneath. That's not scary. At one point, she goes outside, and it's like, and you're like, she's just outside. There's no danger here. And Jack Nicholson is a fucking bitch. The whole movie is just such an asshole. It stinks. It stinks on ice. And the kid is the worst. So the whole thing of the movie is that the kid is like psychic, but he can only talk to one guy. So he's the most useless psychic of all time. It's like if you're psychic, but you're the second guy with a telephone. It's just so useless, dude. He can't do shit. And he talks via his finger, right? That's I'm Tony. I mean, yep. And I think why that freaked people out so bad in the 70s is that they didn't know about autism yet. like this kid's a freak, man. It's like he's talking to his fingers. He won't stop looking at trains. I dropped a bunch of matchsticks on the ground. He started talking about airplanes. It's that's so dumb. So whatever. You're watching Jack Nicholson slowly lose his mind. And then he just goes to the bathroom. There's a bathroom attendant who's the guy who murdered his family and like I guess haunted the house or whatever. And they drop the hardest R's of all time. Now that was shocking. Just really let it fly, and you go, God damn, Jack, what the fuck? It makes the opening monologue of The Departed make a little more sense. You're like, I feel like Jack was like, yeah, let me say it. All right, I'll do the movie, but you got to let me say it. Damn, Jack, chill out, dude. But the question that movie does raise is, could you survive alone for 5 months? And I think the answer for me is fuck yeah, easily, dude. If I had an internet connection, easy money, dude. I would get so fucking good at Call of Duty, dude. I would be Crimson quick, toot sweet, easy. Do I get to bring my cat? We're chilling. Stank, you want to go live alone for 5 months? I could do it. And a hotel's good because you could. I would mix it up. I would stay in different rooms. I'd be making all kinds of wacky shit. I mean, the food supply they had was nuts. It's also the no delivery would be hard. I'd want to get some pizzas and stuff, but other than that, I think I could do it. Could you do it? Could you survive alone for 5 months? The modern day version of that is just in an Airbnb, just sitting on IKEA furniture going, this isn't comfortable at all. Who fucking designed this? I'm not paying this cleaning fee. Fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah. But then after that, it was like, okay, we need a palate cleanser here. The Shining, I mean, truly so overrated. Nothing happens. Nothing. If you've never seen The Shining, just watch the Treehouse of Horror episode of The Simpsons. Boom, you've seen The Shining. It's way better. All work and no play makes Homer something. Go crazy. Don't mind if I do. It's great. But then we paired it with another. We were like, okay, let's keep the snow theme going. Let's do this. So we toss on a little film from the year 2000, a little something you might not have seen unless you fired up TBS sometime around 2008. A little film called Vertical Limit. Now, let me tell you something about The Shining. It ain't no Vertical Limit, because Vertical Limit fucking rules, dude. Now that's a movie. Anytime for the rest of my life someone brings up The Shining, I'm gonna go, yeah, The Shining. Have you seen Vertical Limit? Have you seen Robin himself, Chris O'Connell, battling the elements, and also shady businessmen on the side of K2, the actual most dangerous mountain to climb? Everybody talks about Everest. Nobody talks about K2. That's where the real men thrive, dude. Vertical Limit bucks. This movie is so fun. I mean, it's outrageous. It's directed by the guy who did Mad Max 2 and Mad Max 3, so shit's going to get blown up. Not enough leather for me. I'd like to see a little more leather. I don't know if that tracks. But yeah, dude, Vertical Limit is so sweet. It's got such a good cast, dude. Bill Paxton. Game over, man. Game over. He plays a shady millionaire, dude. He's up to no fucking good, trying to get to the top of K2 for a publicity stunt, risking all these people's lives, bro. Pff, not on my watch. If I'm Chris O'Connell. Wait, no, Chris O'Connor. No, Chris O'Connor. Shout out Chris O'Connor. Shout out Stuff Island. Chris O'Connell. But that's a thrill ride. Okay, that's about as much fun as you can have on a couch. It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, man. It's good. I think it's on Prime. It's such a stark reminder of how everything now is just a sequel or just some IP, and that these guys were like, nah, dude, this is about people you've never fucking heard of on the side of a mountain trying to survive, bro. And it's awesome. People blow up for no reason. It's great. The whole thing is there's a crew goes up. Pretty much everybody dies. 3 of them get trapped inside of a big ass crevasse, and they fall way too far for how little injuries they're sustained. I mean, they really should have gotten, because it's not like when you're jumping off a roof into some snow. They land straight on ice. Like, their spines and legs and faces and everything should be broken, and they're mostly chilling. Like, one guy gets pretty hurt, and then the rest of them are like, "Oh, this sucks. It's kind of cold." But what they're trapped. They know that they're trapped underground, and they're like, "Okay, we got to bring explosives." Fuck, we don't have, what do we got? Like dynamite. We got like a bunch of M80s we can tape together. Nah, dude. Pakistani armies, like, we have the most unstable nitroglycerin known to man. they pull up to like the shack where they're keeping all this nitro, and it's all leaking all over the floor because they have to show you that it's dangerous, right? They have to be like, no, we need to explain to people that this liquid is explosive, right? So it's leaking on the floor, and one guy gets it on his shoe. He takes his shoe out of the shack, throws the shoe explodes. That's a good time. I mean, let's not make jokes about shoe explosions. That's why we have the TSA. Stupid. God, I'm off today. Yeah, so they throw some leaky ass fucking nitroglycerin in their backpacks, and they got to hike up this mountain. It's like, towards the start of the third act, they're like, okay, we need to introduce some danger here. These are like expert climbers. They're going to be real careful with this nitro. And they're like, what makes it go off? Well, it needs to start malfunctioning in some way. There needs to be some sort of danger for these characters, and it's just sunlight. They're like, oh, if it's in the sun, it explodes. And by the way, they're 27,000 feet in the air. They're above the clouds. It's only sunlight, dude. So yeah, whatever. Shit starts popping off. It's a real good time. And what that movie makes you think is like, why the fuck does anyone climb those mountains? Who's doing that? That's right up there with cave divers, with like number one shit you never got to do in life. I like thrilling things, I'll jump out of an airplane or whatever, but to climb a mountain seems so exhausting, dude. They got no Uber Eats up there. You're eating just bags of rice or what? Ugh. If you have to eat, if your activity requires MREs, you shouldn't be doing that shit. There's no fucking reason. If you're just boiling water in a sack of dehydrated fucking stew, dude, get fucked. No shot. I got no love for that. Unless you're into the Outdoor Boys. Shout out that guy. That guy can fucking hang. That guy would have been so unaffected by the New York City blizzard. Yeah, but there is a great moment in Vertical Limit. I love it when movies say the name. Like when they say the title, it's always a fun moment. And there's like this guy's like, he's like, I'm gonna fucking murder this dude when we find him. When I find Bill Paxton, I'm murdering this guy. Then big Chris is like, no, dude, I'm not gonna let you kill this man. Fuck that. And the guy's like, buddy, we're at 27,000 feet. We're at the vertical limit. You're already dying. And you're like, yeah, dude, take me to the limit, bro. I'm trying to go to the vertical limit, dude. Fuck yeah. Also, major shout out to the USA hockey team taking home the gold. The ladies and the fellas, Canada, you can straight suck it, dude. Come on. USA back on top. Love to see our boys taking home the gold. 3v3 in overtime is fucking ass. Any game that goes to overtime should be played the same. We should never be changing the fundamental structure of the game. It makes no sense. Everybody hates that. Nobody wants that, dude. That would be like if the Super Bowl went to overtime and they were like, all right, we're doing Oklahoma drills. Like, what, dude? No. We're going to turn it into this weird pseudo skills competition. Like, all right, we're going to start each kicker on the 20, and if they make it, you back them up 10 yards until somebody misses. Fuck that shit. I want dudes out there banging, bro. But whatever, it is what it is. The gold's where it belongs, and that's in a great US of A, baby. So shout out to those fellas. Shout out to the chick with the racing stripe hair who won the figure skating. That shit's tight, dude. I saw no, it doesn't matter. That shit rules. Fuck yeah. America back on top. Can't be stopped. Boom, boom, boom. Throw on Vertical Limit. Ignore The Shining. World's most overrated movie. God damn it. Stanley Kubrick. I mean, other than The Clockwork Orange, that guy makes boring fucking movies, but super innovative. The stuff he did on 2001: A Space Odyssey, like, pushed the movie industry, like, rocketed it forward in terms of the way that they handle those effects. So, like, that, shout out that guy for doing that. But my God, The Shining is boring. Ugh. And I mean, movies, just in general, movies from the 70s can be kind of tough. Godfather, also a little overrated, if you ask me. I mean, he goes to Italy and nothing happens. He meets a lady. He has this whole thing. They blow her up. He goes back and it's like nothing has changed. He just goes back to his old girlfriend. I mean, probably the most useless plot point maybe in cinema history is that entire Italy sequence. That's just for guys from New Jersey going, that's what it's about. You gotta go eat cured meats in the countryside. Mega cool. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's basically how you survive a blizzard, man. You throw on a couple good flicks. You make some hot food. You kick it. You know, maybe take some psychedelics if you're nasty. It's easy peasy. I would much rather be stuck in a blizzard than a hurricane 100 out of 100 times. Hurricanes, scary. Blizzards are whatever, dude. So don't believe what you see on the news. Don't let them scare you. Just, you know, get some cream of chicken soup, make yourself a casserole, call it a day. All right, I got to turn this thing around, get it uploaded. My kitty cat's snoozing on the couch. So that's about it. Blizzard, not shit. I would much rather be in a blizzard than a hurricane 10 out of 10 times. That's an actual scary act of weather. Also, I watched Day After Tomorrow. That doesn't hold up either. I never thought it was good, but it's really bad. The effects look like the effects look like a sci-fi original movie. It is not good. But that's all the news that's fit to print. I hope you're enjoying the cold weather. Get out there, get an activity. Build yourself a half pipe made out of snow and watch your friends get real hurt. And I will catch you guys in a week. Later.